My name is Jean-Christophe Choffray. I am the Chief Vision Product Officer at GAMING1. I started at GAMING1 25 years ago now. And now my goal is really to support the progress in the product and the next generation of our product in the gaming market industry.
Fantastic. And what does that next generation of product look like for GAMING1?
But I think we are in a tough period where we have, as a fully regulated operator, so we are only in regulated country, we suffer a lot on the last couple of years to compare with unregulated operator. Regulation is something new in the gaming market, even if it's 20 years ago or 10 years ago, it's still new. Regulators change a lot their mind, so we are in a period where unfortunately 70% of our time it's to adapt our product to the regulation. So when we compete with non-regulated operator who can focus only on the product, it's really tough. So today we really improve the technology of our platform. And our goal is to lower the time it takes us to adapt to the regulation, the platform, to adapt to the player protection and so on. We are a very, very effective product for that, and to look more feature. So gamification is something important. New game is something important. We want to mix a little bit the gaming experience and the gambling experience. This is what we are looking for the next few years.
Fantastic. And how is GAMING1 and yourself using AI across the business?
Alors, we work a lot with AI already. It's still the beginning. So the goal, of course, it's to work with AI to help the customer. I think this is the most important. In the past, our customer relation department was a little bit struggle with a small vision of the player. They have access to the whole database, but they cannot know the whole database. They cannot know the full history of the player. And our goal is really to have our own AI agent with the database implemented in, who can answer the player, who can help the player, guide the player with exactly the issue we have. The system is already, we are already working to develop the system. The database is already integrated, and now for the moment, our AI agent gives some answer to our real agent to send to the player so they can control. But it's already much more accurate than in the past. When a player have an issue in a game, we can immediately look all the history of this player. We can, if a player complains because he don't win enough, we have all the data. So the AI help us to analyze much more data than in the past to be more accurate for the player.
Fantastic. Is there any key sportsbook or casino product launches that people should look out for from GAMING1?
So GAMING1 is mainly now a B2C operator. So we operate where we have our gaming license. We have few more launch in the coming months. We want to expand our business in Netherlands. We want to expand our business in Portugal. We launched also this year 3 new operations in Belgium. So there are a lot of operations that we expand and that we launch in the market we are already in. That's for a regulatory reason, because the platform is already adapted. But we work also on few new markets where our goal will be to start operation or to acquire operation and to leverage with a switch to the GAMING1 platform.
Fantastic. And how difficult is it in Belgium and the Netherlands, 2 markets with tough regulatory restrictions, to be able to innovate from a product perspective?
Honestly, during the last 5 years, it was very, very complicated because the platform struggled a little bit. We took too much time to adapt the platform to the regulatory need. So it was really painful. We rebuilt a big part of the platform. It was like a monolith, and now it's totally segmented. And now that we are in this new phase of the platform, a new phase of the technology, we use much less time to adapt to the regulatory need. But I think regulators have to evolve also. I think they have to today they close a little bit their eyes on unregulated operation. They just put new rule for regulated operator without taking in consideration the reality of the market. I think they need to adapt a little bit themselves. It's very important to have regulation. It's very important to have rule, but at least they need to keep the rule for a few times, not change their mind every 2 months, not go in one direction and immediately change their mind to go in another direction. They have to understand that it's technology, it's tough, it requires a lot of engineer, a lot of innovation, and today we need to compete with unregulated operator. We need to give much more appeal for the player if we want to keep them in the regulated market.
Fantastic. And I know you mentioned it was a small part of the business, but what is the B2B arm of Gaming1 looking like these days? And are there any plans to add any product features there?
But our B2B at the beginning, we make several deals with big land-based operator to create a platform adapted to their need. Today, we step back a little bit of that. We step back for a few countries, such as United States, for example, where we had a nice deal, but it took us too many time. It's too complicated to adapt again the platform to every state in US. We just bought back half of our operation in Netherlands with our partner. So today we are looking to transform all the remaining B2B part in B2C to operate ourselves and to be able to act much more faster when we want to take a decision on the market. When we are with partner, it's always a little bit complicated. We need to agree together on what is the tactic and or whatever. So it took us a little bit too much time in a business where time is very, very important.
Absolutely. And just one more, JC. You said you've worked in the industry for 15, 20 years. Is now the most exciting time to be in the industry?
I think it was always very exciting. For me, my ultimate goal is to offer the best casino experience to players. And I think if you look today, the online casino industry, it's a little bit just a small part of what is the land-based casino. Land-based casino, it's a restaurant, it's a show, it's hotel, it's gaming, but it's club, it's a whole experience. And most of the platform in the online industry, it's just casino, just the pure gaming part. I think we need to develop the whole experience in the future if we want to continue to acquire new players and to entertain players, offer different type of product and not just the gambling part.
Fantastic. Is there anything else I should have asked you about today, JC? Anything else on your mind?
No, it's a fantastic show, bigger than ever, so it's very impressive for the entire industry grow, and I think it will continue to grow in the future because online is still a small part to compare with the land-based internationally, and we can guess that one day it will be the contrary, so a lot of fantastic years in front of us.